are truly the most insufferable fellow I have ever had the misfortune to count among my acquaintances. Mr. Dickens was right. Foul weather wouldn't know where to have you. Foul weather? Bah! I have always been convinced that existing influences were responsible for the ordained birth of species. Let me remind you, sir, that you have accused me of abusing science, yet you are making my very ears bleed. You! I have told you before, sir, I had nothing to do with that anonymous article. Nothing, I say. That is a lie, sir. And you know it. Bah, I don't have time for this nonsense. Nonsense? It is my name and reputation you have willfully besmirched, sir. My very name. Bah! Drive, damn you, drive! That is Richard Owen, a vile, despicable wretch of a man.
Really? I could have sworn you were close friends.
Mr. Owen works at the asylum. He will know who made the syrup. Get him! Get him! Faster, you nitwit! Faster! Hurry up, Mr. Fry! Whatever Darwin is paying you, it's not worth it. Do you realize how much trouble you're in?
None at all?
If you're trying to intimidate me, ruffian, you're wasting your time.
I've always wondered how much of a beating this type of vehicle could take.
Scientists have any interest in panaceas.
I wager your life, Mr. Owen, that you know something. Next stop, the River Thames. Better speak now, old man.
Stop! For pity's sake, stop, and I will tell you everything I know. Dr. Elliotson, Dr. John Elliotson. He formulated the elixir. He's the man you want, not me. I beg you, good sir, stop this madness.
Now, was that so hard?
Yes! Mr. Fry, I trust that you had a productive meeting with Mr. Owen.
Oh, yes, we had the most wonderful chat. I found out the man behind Starrick's soothing syrup is John Elliotson.
Dr. Elliotson, I haven't heard that name in a long while. He was a brilliant heart specialist until he became obsessed with phrenology and mesmerism. It ruined his career. Well, how shall we proceed?
Oh, with all respect, Mr. Darwin, I believe I should proceed alone. After all, we wouldn't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Sounds very wise. Good luck, my boy. Oh, and Mr. Fry, should you find yourself with any free time, please do call on me.
All right?
Just stand the arc.
take him out.
Pricked her key and said she was fired.
The bugger. We'll get in trouble for this.
Where would I find the doctor?
As you've just witnessed, the application of too much pressure can sometimes result in unexpected outcomes. Unfortunately, it appears I've ruined the organ. Send up a cadaver.
At once, Dr. Elliotson.
I don't care about your ethics, and I care even less about your damn patience. Now hand over your keys.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? You're fired. Now bugger off.
How did...
Is there anybody out there?
What's the matter?
Peculiar about that Dr. Elliotson. Oh, young man, help. I must speak with Miss Nightingale at once. One of the brutes stole my key and there's no one around. I can't get out of here.
Stole your key? Don't go anywhere. I might be able to do something.
Oh, quite. Thank you, sir. Well, you'll know where to find me, sir. Go on now, sir. I will wait here.
previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of the mind teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental faculties of a patient. For instance, this specimen's overdeveloped is found on either side of the lower back of its head. The protuberance previously measured established the correctness of both police records and medical observation. I am, of course, referring to the specimen's tendency to provoke assault, undesirable propensities which were wholly suppressed by the use of the sweet serum. Despite the specimen's normal reaction, procedure,
We have an intruder!
that one can point out connections of relation.
Trespasser!
Stations of mind is no longer evolutionary. Yet, as we previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation. But also how to measure the mental faculties of the patient. For instance, this specimen.
I am sure of it. Be allowed to continue his experimentations. I must speak to Nurse Nightingale. She will know what to do. His experiment. You have my gratitude, sir. I shall inform Miss Nightingale that I'll not be working for this asylum ever again.
You! You're hot?
Can anyone help me? I'm trapped in here. Is there anybody out there? Let me out of here!
I'm your man if you need me. You're on the wrong side!
Let them know what we can do.
All right then.
You have just witnessed nothing less than the undeniable effectiveness of the medicine of tomorrow.
Pummel 'em.
Rather than wait, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science of the mind. The idea that
Find the old him down, will you?
what's wrong with you?
syrup won't cure. Haven't you heard? We can't administer soothing syrup without Dr. Elliotson's written consent. Ah, bollocks.
It will only take a moment. Here it is, Doctor.
We will continue our experiment shortly. In a moment, we will compare the brains of our two specimens. Since both specimens had a propensity towards violent behavior, we should see similar protrusions in specific parts of their brains. Corpses do not have boots. At last it ends. Yet I can only think of beginnings. A better tomorrow, forged with the blood of visionaries.
All I see is the blood of a lunatic.
Do you truly believe murdering an old man will stop humanity's great architect? Crawford's Starrick has a glorious design for mankind.
Designs are meant to be broken.
Oh, you're a child. A child who believes it can solve all the world's woes with a flick of a blade. Have you ever pondered the consequences of your actions, Jacob Fry? Or did your father teach you nothing?
Been to the morgue yet?
Yeah, I'm not going there again.
Let's go. That's the way.
Elliotson expired, and soothing syrup production has ceased. Outrageous!
Fry intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps it doesn't intend much of anything at all.
Thank you for
simply
that.
content to dice with our lives.
The asylum is shut up. Medical care throughout the city is in disarray. He cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist.
Gentlemen, this tea was brought to me from India by a ship and up from the harbor to a factory where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door, unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me, who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick, for their jobs, their time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children. And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Fry, this insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night so that we may drink this miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of this sister I've heard of, Miss Fry?
Miss Fry shall be gutted. Soon enough. Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate. Thought you'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca got away from Otzoberg. Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time. Thank God you're all right.
Oh, tish tosh. It'll take more than a Templar super soldier to end the glorious saga of Sean Danger Hastings.
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.